Well, this is an instant restart for Onan's streak. We cannot begin with my reflection. I suppose Bloody Lust is an option, but it's not a good one. I accidentally misfired and still hit something useful. Great. Well, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Oh, hey, I looked up that trinket we got at the last run. Apparently, what it would have done is something about being able to reuse certain... Oh, man. Certain trinkets. I guess I'm lucky that shooting bombs against this guy will still not cause me to instantly die. And what's up with this game and giving me underwear? I'm perfectly willing to restart this run over and over again because eventually I'm gonna have to beat it. Like, I can't just leave challenges unbeaten. And unfortunately, oh, I can't even get in that room yet. Unfortunately, everybody watching, I will admit that Onan's streak, although extremely difficult and glass cannon-y, is probably one of the least difficult ones I could be doing right now. I find it interesting as well, just because it makes me play differently. Also, kind of... Because it makes me play differently, it makes me feel like it's truer to the game to do so. Specifically because it's the game's creator wanted this to happen. I remember reading him say that. Hey, you know, I really like new characters. They get the people to play the game in interesting new ways. Well, this challenge is different as well. Alright, I'm kind of lucky for fires in this burning basement, or I would have died there. Okay, who wants to take a bet on this item room actually not having anything useful? I'm gonna say, you know what? You know what? There's probably something mildly useful, like a health upgrade in there. The shears? Reroll. I don't think that'll even work. Ipecac. What you gonna do? That... I already have to hit every enemy. That would add more distance. I can't do that. I can't use Ipecac. That's also useless. That's mildly useful. Okay. Alright, I got to kind of choose that item there, so everybody that took your bets, I guess they're kind of off. That really wasn't fair to you guys. But to be fair, there was a challenge called, like, Space or something, where you just had attack flies, and you had to beat the whole thing just using familiars. So it's totally likely that if I get lucky, honestly won't have to use tears at all, therefore extending our life force indefinitely. If we don't shoot tears, we obviously won't die. We won't be very effective, but we won't die. Okay, really doubt we're getting Guppy this run. I will take Fear Shot again, won't I? Yes, I will. Alright. Man, I have some strange reasonings for this. What if we can take advantage of the attack fly? I mean, distant admiration is okay. If it had been forever alone, I think that would be marginally worse. There we go. I can't even say those rooms are good for charging your spacebar because they're still, at least to me, very stressful because I know it's just a matter of time before I die. Teleport. That might actually make me skip some rooms in the long run, but you know, in the short term, I can't guarantee that. I would have probably taken some damage from bonies there, so that's why I immediately used the sun card. Wasn't trying to jump the gun or anything. Oh, if we re-rolled ourselves, we might lose the ability to have chocolate milk, which as far as this run goes is its only saving grace. I don't know if it would even let me re-roll the chocolate milk, because again, it's a run-specific item. I tried re-rolling, like... No! Yeah, I did. I tried re-rolling other character-specific runs before, and it really didn't do anything. I don't know if that'll be the case here, but I know that having charged shots really is in my benefit. Oh, great. Now, I know what we're getting here, and it's not going to help us. I didn't know I was going to get hit by Chad, though, but with no bombs, there wasn't a way around that, was there? Man, you gotta be on your guard in this the whole time. It's not that this is a casual game anymore. Every time I release the fire button, it's life or death. Especially when we get down to the womb, if we can't get the wafer. And as far as I know, the wafer is honestly... It's not a secret, special item, but it is kind of rare. Okay. Saving the bomb. I doubt there's anything that useful in that chest. Okay, there we go. Just like I know there's nothing useful in the shop. We might be about to die. Well, I'll take the louse, because the second hand thing, I don't have any status effects I could be giving other than fear, and fear itself is not good enough for that. Not that I know what the louse does. I don't. Unless it's making more red hearts appear. Oh, the benefits. Please give me a soul heart. Or a teleport card? Oh, I dislike Mega Fatty for that reason. Let's try her again, friends. Fear effects apparently are my thing. Umbilical cord, okay. That might actually come in handy more often than not. Because I have been on 1/2 of red heart more often than I can count now. In this specific run. Yes, I was hoping there'd be a secret room there. Okay, we're coming back for that. The whole no-hit requirement of it is, honestly, more than I can take. Oh, I misfired and shot 2 shots by accident. Great, about to die. Yeah, let's not give me any hearts. That's too easy. But he's gonna jump, right? Oddly enough, I got distracted and thought that the yellow tier I thought I fired was actually, Oh great, no health? Okay. Alright. Yeah, when I fired a yellow tier there, I thought, wait a minute, I haven't picked up number 1. Why is it yellow? It was Mom's perfume. Great. Alright, so... I see at least... Here, let's count them with me. All the missed opportunities. I spot a tinted rock there. And there. There's gonna be no bombs, right? Yeah, no. Let's not even bother. And there, that makes 3. 3 perfectly fine opportunities for soul hearts, and absolutely none of them were available to me. I mean, that's nice. I mean, yeah, no, that's the opposite of nice. I wonder if it's a bug right now that these guys aren't dropping flies on death? Or if you deal enough, like, usually they would all the time. 100% of the time, there'd be flies everywhere to deal with. That would be a horrible room. I don't want to complain. Maybe it's specifically related to this challenge. I don't see why it would be. There's another tinted rock right there. Great. Not even gonna bother with the feather. Guess I'll tell you what. Book of Belial is my only saving grace right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn to play this run a little differently. Give my fingers a bit of a break, because holding these arrow keys 24/7 is... It's not exactly carpal tunnel, but it could be getting there. It's presumably bad for me. Speaking of which, there we go. There are honestly, possibly, things that are bad for you in this game. I've been, again, watching the Reddit site pretty well all the time because I find it interesting. But let's put it like this. People have been saying that the retrovision pill has been giving their eyes quite a bit of strain. If you've ever seen that effect before, and I have quite a bit, it hasn't bothered me yet, but I can see that as being potentially problematic. Oh, and that other, you know, dimensional baby that's all weirdly outlined. People have been saying that that thing sometimes could be an epilepsy problem because it's so strangely happening, colors back and forth. Okay, what do we got, Satan? It better be good. Oh, yeah, Krampus, yeah. Perfect. More self-death, that's what I wanted. If there was a rule against Krampus showing up so early, or that you had to have actually accessed a devil room before, or taken a devil deal, maybe that only increases the chance. I've seen Krampus in Devil Deal Room number 1 in greed mode before, and I seriously thought it was a problem. But apparently, other people that I've talked to on Reddit, if you can call that talking to people, have said, no, it's a feature. Great. Just what I wanted, more impending death in my Isaac games. I suppose I'm lucky that the creator didn't choose to make this run be all about actually dealing damage, or even shooting fires and poop and things would kill you. But no, that'd be terrible, because, you know, if you got any red poop in the womb, which happens quite a bit, shoot, you would immediately die. Balls of Steel is very lucky for me. It's about time I got something in my favor. We're not going to be, like, we have to beat Blue Baby, right? We can't even just get to Mom's Heart. I've done that. I've gotten to Mom's Heart with Pyromaniac, and then used all my bombs as supplementary health. And then still died. Like, there's something to be said about my persistence with this challenge, I think. It's just legitimately challenging. It is still fun. It's hard as hell. I am taking crazy risks by trying to shoot those guys before they return to the surface. Because I know you can still hit them while their animation is happening. There we go, an early grave. I mean, an early boss room. Gertie spam tactics, go! I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm watching. We're hitting walls anyway, though. It's not good. Chocolate milk usually means don't just spam items. Oh, those were there the whole time. Okay. Ooh, the baby doll. The creepy pasta baby doll. That's what I'm going to call that from now on. Gives you a couple of special hearts when it spawns, so therefore it's pretty much as good as a health upgrade, kinda. In my case, anyway. And Isaac gets to carry around a stylish action figure. It's an action figure, I swear. Aw, man. It's so cute! If you could see it underneath my weird cheeky things. That's chocolate milk for you. Useful and visually unappealing, like many other things in this game. There's some weird ironic humor in this game, too. Just look at the original, oh, great, walked on his blood. Great, great, great. I was trying to tell you, look at the original coat hanger and then understand why that's funny. These guys, it's interesting. Their tier patterns aren't threatening. They are different than other enemies, though, so it'll come up that those guys will be a threat later. Oh, this room is not conducive to my strategy. Oh, thank goodness you. This is like whack-a-mole without a mallet. Please come up at the right time. Is there only one left? Okay, 2 left. Still 1 left, okay. I didn't want to risk taking any more extra damage with that. It's the one thing I don't like about Black Hearts, like... Oh, what are you? Host hat. Are you gonna come up and fire tears? And if you do, please don't count against my total. What in the world is this thing on my head? I wonder if just... it doesn't seem to specifically interact with hosts. Oh, see, that's what I meant. I hate it because, like... Okay. Let me explain. It's kind of like I had half a black heart remaining. Therefore, why bother fighting the enemies? I could just take 1 damage and they'd all be dead. And because I automatically lost it at the last minute, it kind of proved my point. That it was a moot point to even try. Okay, where is he gonna show up? I don't want to get spawn camped by him. Keep doing your tentacle attack. It's kind of useless, honestly. Okay. I don't know what the host hat is going to do. If it has done its trick already. I'm pretty sure it would pop up and fire tears, but that would be very strange visually. Essentially, I've got a pile of gore on my head with a skull of an unknown enemy. Did I accidentally take more damage there for some reason? Ah, great, these guys. These guys! Okay. I don't mean to be upset at them. They are good enemy design, but they're such a pain when you don't have piercing tears, and I literally cannot have piercing tears. So they are about the worst enemies I could find on this floor. Like, worse than my usual hated enemies, which of course are the green explosive buddies. Like, seriously, you want whole hearts of damage all over the place? Does that even work? You would be a familiar. I'm thinking you would work because it's not me firing the brimstone laser. I'm just gonna have to get really lucky with you. Because obviously I can't fire your laser all the time, resulting in you being supplementary damage against bosses, mostly, but still an upgrade. Yep, I'm not taking damage from the brimstone laser here. As long as I can force my actual tier to hit something, I can use little brimstone to help kill my enemies. Okay. Oh, thank goodness there was a fire there. Oh, yeah, the host hat did fire some tears there. I saw it. Sort of. It was really fast. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get better at those eventually, just because of rule of repetition. Okay, let's go back and get some hearts. Little Brimstone is having that same issue I've had before, though. Killing enemies before I have a chance to kill them. Did I just not take damage from an explosion? I'm guessing that was because of invincibility frames? Okay. Oh wow, Mask of Infamy just saved me there. I'm not gonna need keys for much longer, am I? Ow. Okay, I see a tinted rock. I'm gonna get it. Sure, more damage. Okay. Okay, I hate this boss. Why? He takes up the whole room. The whole bloody room is not safe anymore. I don't know if the... Yeah, this is just weird, slippery creep. Oh, man. And I'm dead because I couldn't hit anything. Man, that was rough. Oy, okay. You know what? Let's do it again because I can't see too many episodes being just this. Ooh, Maggie's bow. That's great. That'll turn half hearts into full hearts. Okay, with a good starting item like that, we might be onto something here. I'll tell you right now, I don't think we're going to be getting rid of our red hearts. You know, Devil, I don't think anything is more valuable than Maggie's bow and a lot of red hearts. That's a pretty good defensive strategy for when I do miss. Because unfortunately, let's be honest, I'm going to miss. Like right there. Just to be proving my point, that's a full heart. We might need that still. We'll head over here and we'll touch this, and we get a whole heart back. Awesome. Maggie's bow is great. Okay. Is that ironic considering the nature of this challenge and why I take damage? A little. Maybe. Did he freeze for a moment for some reason? Oh well. Killing that guy faster is all good to me. All kinds of good. Okay. Curse of Darkness is more atmospheric than anything. I mean, yes, it's now a little bit harder to see the game. But it's also kind of pretty. Especially in the burning basement. Gotta make sure I hit the enemies or the fire. None of the above. All of the above. More of the above. All of this is good. Okay, be useful. The mulligan? Yes. One of the few things I consider a straight damage upgrade, even though probably most people don't. Like, oh, there was a rock in front of me. Oh, I didn't see that because of its darkness. Great. But seriously though, it is straight up a damage upgrade to me. Blue flies will in fact home in on enemies, meaning any flies you create with it is just damage that's going to happen at some point. I just have to hit things now. Oh, these terrible poopy things. Okay, get rid of them first, and then him. Alright. Well, we're taking the missing poster, although I'm pretty sure it has no function other than what it used to do. Great. Okay. Now, good strategy against Littlehorn, honestly, is to just kind of let him walk into the fire, for the most part, or become an opportunist. That is very temporary health. I would have preferred breakfast in this case. Like, if my next 5 items had been breakfast, I would have been happier. I mean, that's not going to happen. But that's interesting. Like that. Like, flies, please. Not my best skill. Fly management. And these guys are usually my hated enemies because of how much damage they do. And how much health they usually have. But, you know, thanks to being Judas with chocolate milk off the bat. Yeah, I need to not charge up my shots all the time, but I don't know, it's this game does that to me all the time. Just by default. Fire more tears for max damage. In this case, it's also extremely deadly. Great! Yeah, that's what I wanted. Maggie's bow, help me out? Yes, full health. Okay, good. But essentially, the squeezy upgrade has been nullified. Great. This is so rough. You know, the funny thing is, though, by making so many episodes about the Onan streak run, I'm gonna have to keep playing this over and over again until I do win it, because that's the thing about playing games. Everybody likes to know if you can actually succeed at something. It's a journey. It is a challenge, but there's also something to be said about beating a challenge. I mean, it's great. It's a great feeling, and I can't off-screen it. Maybe I'll take a break from it if I have to. But it's a thing. It's certainly a thing. I'm not going to be playing I Want to Be the Guy, but there was something to say, hey, look, I've beaten that game. It was really before I was recording videos, and honestly, trying to remember everything in that game again would be horrible. We're about to die. Alright, rather than die, let's be smart about this. What's in here? I don't like anything about this room. We're gonna bomb this. We're gonna get some hearts back. Oh, there went my smart move. Okay, there was a heart back here, wasn't there? In the arcade? You're gonna bomb this guy. We're gonna get some hearts. Ahem. We're gonna bomb this guy. We're gonna get some hearts. Thank you. Took you long enough. All those hearts in the bottom there? Those are my last resort. I don't want to have to go back and get them. Okay? I kind of liked having a host hat. I'll be honest, it was cute. It felt a bit like TF2. Oh. Nuh-uh. Nope. Nope, that's a goner. We ain't using that. You can stay and rot in that item room forever. My reflection is a death sentence. You ever played the Suicide King Challenge, viewers? You start off with Ipecac and my reflection. You know how well it goes? About exactly as you'd expect. Instant, irreversible murder. Self-suicide, right off the bat. Alright, gonna keep the 2 of clubs for a rainy day, I guess. Oh, I hate these guys. Especially when you're the Lost. Those things will just... I haven't played a greed mode successfully with the Lost yet. And those things are a good reason why. I'll be on the first floor being like, okay, I'll D4 myself into maybe a cool angel familiar or something. And then those things will just run from like the top of the screen and I'll be dead. And I'll be like, well, that was a good try. Not. Okay, 2 clubs because the High Priestess is useful. More so than the Empress for one example. This should be a full health upgrade, yes, okay. I need more red hearts. Not less red hearts, more red hearts. What do you got for me? Gertie, eat a foot. Okay, that's good. That's very good. If I hadn't have had any red hearts left, I would have really appreciated that sentiment. That and Mega Mushroom are probably really, really good ones. I'm hoping up is the direction we want to go. That was for a key, at least. Ugh, these... See, I knew they were somewhere. I just didn't know where they were ahead of time. In these big rooms. I'll break these and hope for a black heart. It happens sometimes. Don't get me wrong. It does. Mildly rare, but it can happen. Using bombs to break skulls in the depths. It's an idea of mine. Doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it'll give you tarot cards. This is probably greed. What is that thing? I've never gotten this thing. Short cutter. Oh, it has no bar. Please don't be a health damaging item. In case it is, let's buy this already. Okay. Seems a bit like it might be like the razor blade. Wait. It makes a blue portal? That leads nowhere. Okay, okay! So... the ventricle razor is like the portal gun in Isaac. Because literally that's what the reference would be, right? Interesting, though. I mean, blue and orange graphics. I can't see that being really useful in this run, at least. In fact, I'm more likely to take this pill, which had the Curse of the Maze effect, probably. But, no, I don't know when you would want to teleport between rooms, except to make exploration simpler. Yeah, not taking that. I'm seeing a lot of familiar items, actually, between Onan streak runs. Like Mom's underwear, the pinking shears. I can get behind getting Little Gish here. That would be fine. Little Gish is a safe familiar. He freezes enemies slowly, I believe. Sort of. And therefore, well, if enemies were slower in front of me, I'd be more likely to hit them, wouldn't I? Maybe. It would have to be a really damn good item here, Devil. I don't know what. As much as I appreciate damage upgrades, not today. It's very strange. But that's how this game plays now. I have to get all the way to Isaac and survive. I don't know how I'm going to do that, if possible, ever. But giving up my red hearts is not the way to do it. Look at that. Boom. Full health, right from one red heart. If we can get a red heart generator, like, say, maybe... not exactly Maggie's heart, but, like the Book of Sin or something. Leave that one on the floor for later. Oh, God! Okay. Man, those spikes are rough. Okay. And because of the erratic movements of spiders... oh, I hate them. I just don't understand them. Like, what's their pattern? They seem to want to attack me, but then they'll just straight up diagonally to the left, right. I don't know what they're doing. It's odd. That's what makes them hard. I did take advantage of the slowdown here, but wouldn't you? If my game is plagued with slowdown, yes, I'm going to take advantage of it. I am not a scumlord. I'm not a crook. I'm not a lion. I'm not lying! Seriously though, because taking damage due to the state effect of having dropped a tier doesn't help invincibility frames or anything. Like, I can't even hope for the usual tactics of like, oh, I'll get Book of Shadows and just spam click. No, that don't work. I had a run a while ago. It involved getting Fire Mind. You know what that does, right? Every so often your tears will create a damaging status effect on your enemies, and also maybe create a small explosion that leaves a fire, but there's only a chance for that explosion. I got that in Pyromaniac. That's right, Pyromaniac, which allows you to gain health back whenever you are in an explosion, rather than take damage from it. It's an interesting item, and a special one at that. I had them both. So basically, I was running into enemies and, like, spam clicking, hoping beyond hope that the explosion would happen, grant me back my health, and that would offset all the damage I'd been taking. It didn't work. Or rather, it didn't work for very long. Okay, if I can get Red Mom every time, I'll be lucky. Because simply not having to deal with any other enemies is nice. It's kind of like fighting Mom at my own pace. Oh, good. I lied. My speed isn't as good as it used to be. Just gonna use the Northern Line School of Circle Strafe here. I've learned a lot from watching his untold number of runs. Okay, so again, I could have used the Book of Sin. I don't have any way to teleport out of this room. Therefore, all of these are useless to me. In any case, I couldn't have beaten the boss rush in Onan streak mode. I wonder if, like, maybe getting Mom's knife would have offset this challenge completely? I don't know. Maybe you just can't get Mom's knife on this run. If the devil had had it, that would have been another reason to at least check out devil deals, even though right now, like I said, red hearts and health upgrades are my best friend right now as far as my strategy go. Oh, great. This one at least turns the poop back into brown poop, which is interesting. I like that Afterbirth has buttons. Those used to be in the game, I believe, but not implemented. How did I hit that guy at all? I'm not complaining, but how did that actually happen? I totally hit him through the rock. I wonder if as a result getting Ouija board would have been a good idea. Not that I had that choice, but it's a thing to think about. A weird thing to think about, like, hey, people are speculating right now that the hush is actually Isaac's placenta. Like, a baby sticking its head through the placenta kind of would make that impression. What if, therefore, you know, just have the placenta when you fight the hush? You know, maybe that does something. There's lots of speculation out there, and I like to kind of be a part of it somehow because it's extremely interesting to me. I've talked about this before. But, like, what about, you know, in line with those themes? How about, like, say, getting the Breath of Life item, which I would consider to be kind of a useless item. What about getting that, using it to turn yourself blue, and then touching the hush in its first form? I don't know. Sure, I'd be willing to test that if I ever got those combinations of items. Trying to get the Breath of Life and keeping it from an angel statue doesn't typically be my cup of tea. One thing I like to do, as I'm sure everybody knows, you can re-roll the key pedestals that the angels drop for more potential at getting something amazing like Godhead or Holy Mantle or even just the Mind. Oh, this is not fun. Mama Gertie is usually really easy for me because by the time I fight Mama Gertie, I usually have the ability to fly. What I don't have right now is any way to dodge spike moves that I can't see coming. Oh god, yeah, how was I gonna see that? Oh, what a cruel world indeed. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, guys. Although this is gaming, and presumably you're just hanging around and playing with me too. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Not even Mama Gertie killed me. It was spikes. So, you know, in your face, girl. No, you know, you kill-stealed yourself. Man, if Isaac was an FPS, from the perspective of the bosses, it'd be very strange. Anyway, I'll see you later.